Over $77,000 for this Nissan Armada, but look at what the dealership adds. $1,300 or $1,299 worth of BS. And I just don't understand why a dealership would do that, considering it's just going to lower your sales at the end of the day, because especially if you're in a city where there's another Nissan dealership that doesn't do any sort of markups, why would you do it here? It just doesn't make any sense. Now, these Armadas are actually going away from this old school V8, and they're going to be nearly $100,000 with the redesign. It's going to be a very big increase, and they don't get the V8 anymore. So we'll see how they actually sell when they're actually here, but they're not here yet. Let's see here, $68,000 for this one, but you can get some huge discounts on these things. So people are actually picking them up, $20,000 off here and there, $30,000, literally getting huge, 0%. Just like the Nissan Titan, there were some deals to be had when they had them. Now, all they have is this right here when it comes to reliability. And it's crazy that Nissan makes a better truck, in my opinion, than Toyota. It's really a crazy thing. Everything else they have, I'm not a fan of. But to be honest, this is an old school truck. Now, $47,000, no. But you can pick them up in the 30s all day long if you don't get them, you know, the Pro 4X. Even the Pro 4X, you can pick it up pretty affordable. You just have to get it trimmed out right, and you got to get a big discount from the dealer, because you can get a discount still. These things are built in America. Overall, they're pretty good trucks, actually. They really are. Let's see, are they offering some sort of deal here? Let's see. It's yours for $689 a month. Man, imagine $689. That's a lot of money. $48,000. Yeah, that's a payment right there. I will say that. But people are making those every day, and to be honest, they're making an $800 payment on a Rogue. So hey, there's a lot worse out there. But even these Chevy Rogues, they actually sell very well for Nissan dealerships, but they're still very expensive for what you get. And then on top of that, you don't get a lot of features. Even the maxed out version, you can't get cooled seats. $34,000 for this Rogue, and this is a cloth seat base model Rogue. And my thing is just resale value and reliability. That's my problem with this SUV. And what do they have? I mean, I'm assuming, let's see, what do we got? 1.5, okay, yeah. I mean, 1.5 little turbo engine. I mean, you know, we'll see how that actually lasts. But I will say the Murano and like this Pathfinder, it actually uses a V6. It's a V6. So as of right now, they're not bad, but I'm assuming these are going to be updated to some sort of turbo. It's just the way it's all going, and $50,000, it's a lot of money. So the engine is actually good. I would just say everything around it. And this is Nissan in general. Surprisingly, Nissan, and I'm not a huge Nissan fan at all, let me make that clear, but Nissan actually makes good engines, and they have in the past for sure. But the problem is everything around it, and especially that CVT transmission. It's a whole big issue. I know these Muranos are getting updated, but yeah, $43,000. More of an old school vehicle. I think this, like the last time it was redesigned was quite a while ago, like the Frontier. And they just need to leave it like that, to be honest. They just need to leave it. They redesigned these kicks, and look, you have a 2025 kick next to a 2024 kick. How are they gonna sell the older model kick? Well, let's look at the price, because I bet this thing costs more. Let's see, $29,000. This is an old kick, not redesigned. They're still asking $1,200 worth of BS too. Let's look at this redesigned kick. They redesigned it. Let's see, is it cheaper for a newer kick redesign? Literally, look at that, $28,000. Make it make sense. They still add $1,200, but still, how is this newer version cheaper? And that's where I think a lot of manufacturers realized, oh crap, we got a little ahead of ourselves, you know, we got way ahead of ourselves here. We got to lower some prices, and that's what they're doing. And I mean, you see it right there, cheaper than the previous model year. It's kind of crazy. And honestly, I've went to multiple kicks, no matter what trim, it's almost the 25s cheaper. Now, these Sentras and Altimas and all that kind of stuff, at the end of the day, they're not reliable. They're not. That's their big issue. And they're kind of expensive. Look at that, $31,000. I mean, who would buy this over a Toyota Camry? A Camry would hold its value better, and I can get a brand new Camry for $31,000, which is a lot of money for a Camry, but still, it would hold its value better. It is more reliable. It's a lot better of a buy than a Nissan Sentra. Now, this Nissan might be a little funner around corners, maybe, I don't know, but I can tell you overall, it just makes more sense, logical sense, to go with, let's say, a Toyota over a Nissan Sedan. they need to lower these prices dramatically because they're pretty dang expensive. I mean, they really are. Let's look at another one. Yeah, 31 grand for this one. That's a lot of money. It's not a hybrid, nothing like that. So a lot of consumers are looking for that, and for that kind of money, you would expect it to be. Personally, I don't like how the hybrids kind of, you know, they recharge, they regen, and that kind of, I don't know. I got to get used to that, but some people like it, I guess. But yeah, I mean, you see, you know, a whole lot of Armadas, and these are going to sit here. I mean, I know that black one's been here over 500 days. I need to check Car Edge because, I mean, literally, these are going to, I'm assuming, 1,500 days before these eventually sell. I need to check this black one. I think it's been here a long time, and these things just sit, and they are very expensive, and it's because there's so many, you know, I mean, for 70, 80 grand luxury SUV, you have a lot of options. But this is a naturally aspirated V8, so there's not many options that actually offer that. But still, a lot of people don't trust Nissan. So we'll see with the whole Honda merger if that changes anything, because that's the big issue. No one trusts Nissan. If they can build trust back with the public, maybe with Honda reliability, maybe it can change some things. But we'll see. Let me know what you think about this dealership adding $1,200. And I mean, you see all the inventory they have. You would think they would be wanting to discount as much as possible, not display higher prices than the MSRP. You know, it just doesn't. MSRP's up here, but then they show a price down here. So if you're trying to sell more vehicles, it just logically doesn't make sense. But let me know what you think. Have a great day and stay blessed.